Here's a visit up into the San Gabriels to visit Mount Lowe and Inspiration Point. Trail starts at a turnout on the Mount Wilson Road and visits some of the old Mount Lowe railway facilities. Before starting on the trail, here's a picture of Dale with the San Gabriel Mountains behind him. We start at a fire road which heads off into the mountains, with some pretty good views of the surrounding terrain. It even includes a tunnel to get through one area, and then another view of some of the San Gabriels. And pretty soon we leave the fire road and start on the trail towards Mount Lowe, where we find some descriptive markers indicating that this top of Mount Lowe was originally intended to be the terminus of the railroad from Altadena. However, it never got quite this far. There are, however, some sighting tubes pointing towards other interesting points in the mountains. You see, I actually was there. And here's a look from Mount Lowe at the towers on Mount Wilson, plus another view of other mountains from the top of Mount Lowe. Then it's time to get on the trail down to Inspiration Point. And Dale takes a break to prove that he was there. There in the middle of the picture, between those two hills, is Inspiration Point. And getting there involves some hiking along some beautiful trails that traverse the sides of the hills and go down through some wooded areas. Very, very pretty. Inspiration Point is a covered viewing area that was recently renovated by some Boy Scout troops. Inspiration Point provides a covered area to view the flatlands down below and at times even be able to see Catalina. At one time there was even a horse-drawn vehicle that would take visitors out to another viewpoint. Here are the wheels from that vehicle. And again a descriptive plaque showing what it used to be like. There's also a bunch of viewing tubes pointing towards points of interest, including a look at the valley down below. And some more descriptive plaques of the old Mount Lowe Railway project. There's even a little separate covered picnic area. And of course, another plaque. Another view of the valley down below, and in the center of the picture is the top of Echo Mountain. Next, we wended our way down the trail to Ye Alpine Tavern. This was the terminus of the Mount Lowe Railway, as it never really reached Mount Lowe. The area is now a campground, but at one time it had hotel facilities, a tennis court, all kinds of facilities for visitors to visit the mountains. This is kind of interesting. Take a look at the trees in the middle of this picture where there used to be a bungalow, and then take a look at those same trees today. No more a bungalow. This must have been a fun place to visit. Here's some more of the bungalows or cottages where people stayed. And of course it was the railroad from Altadena through Echo Mountain up to Ye Alpine Tavern that got them here. Here are the remains of some bridge piers from the so-called Railroad to the Stars. And on the way back we get some more really beautiful views. Those are the Verdugo Mountains in the middle. And another view looking out over the San Gabriels. Looking ahead on this high country trail, and with the end of another very interesting hike.